I'll send the show.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you. Appreciate it.
So what's going on? What's going on, guys?
Last week's gonna be hard to beat, but we're gonna have a good show tonight.
Yeah.
We'll have a good
Some
time.
of our best shows are when we wing it,
Yeah. We should open a wing stop because we wing it all the
right?
time.
We wing it.
We wing it. Wing it.
Oh, did he say how he did with the hurricane? Or was he
No.
in further?
We'll ask. He was. It went, I think, to the north and east of him. Well, we
Okay.
can ask him.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I was going to hit him up this morning and I totally forgot.
Yeah. I talked to a friend of mine that lives down in Baton Rouge. I was talking to him in the chat yesterday, and I said, "Hey, can I call you?" He said, "I'm kind of dodging a hurricane right now." I said, "Oh, okay, I forgot." Hi, Ashley. Yeah, she's watching. Hello, Rylan.
Hey,
Hey, Ashley. Hey, Rylan.
We're not official yet, but
kind of.
it's okay. Got to shout out my daughter, so and my grandson. He really enjoyed the motorcycle ride Saturday.
That's great.
Nice. Yeah, he had a big old smile on his face.
I already ordered a set of Bluetooth headsets to put in the helmets, and I'm going to try those out. The bad part about it is you could talk to each other through them, and I could also listen to my phone. But he can't listen to the phone. Only I can listen to the phone. And that was kind of the key thing, was we both be able to listen to music. So
yeah. Well, the neat thing is that you guys can communicate with each other.
yeah, I had to find some kind of Bluetooth device that saves.
Years ago in the 70s when I used to ride with my brother, it's just pretty much just I would, hold on. No, there was no talking. I mean, unless you yelled to say, "Hey, well,
Yeah.
But they didn't have anything fancy back in the 70s.
No, they didn't. Remember they had the tape recorders that had a little handle on it?
Yeah.
Boy, come a long way since then, haven't we?
Long way since then, yeah.
To be alive in the 70s.
I remember it well. I know Mark does too.
Yeah. Well, Platinum, can you stay for a little bit?
I'm a 70s baby, so I was a baby.
At least he's commenting, so.
What's up, Platinum?
We'll be sure he get you a shout out here in a little bit.
Oh, Hammerstein lost the other night, huh, Ben?
Who did?
Hammerstein. He fought the guy in NXT, the champion.
Obafemi.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was a surprise opponent.
That's Hammerstone.
Oh, yeah,
Hammerstone.
Yeah.
Hammerstein. I don't know that.
Why WWE just don't sign what's her name by already?
Oh, they're going
Jordan Grace. Yeah, they're gonna.
I think they're gonna.
They wanted to lose the title first, I think.
They're gonna fish hook her. She's gonna be in.
They're gonna sign her, and they're gonna sign Hendry. Watch. Joe Hendry.
Like, man, they wrestle more on WWE and NXT than they do their own show.
I finally heard that Joe Hendry show on the song the other day. It's had to pop up on Facebook feed. Like,
and I saw today that Motor City Machine Guns are going to go not to WWE but to NXT.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, and there's talk that it might eventually have a short run there and then become instructors at the Performance Center and that. So
cool.
Okay. I can see that.
Well, there's part of our segment we can't get back. Don't spill the beans too much.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you were talking about that. I'm sorry.
No. We're not. I'm just saying that we can fill time with that.
Oh, okay. I got you.
We can come back to it. I just busting your balls.
That's okay.
We had enough of that last night.
A lot of ball busting.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my gosh. Oh, gosh.
Right before your very eyes.
Yeah.
Right, Ben? People were wondering about Ben's eyes. It's,
yeah.
He's got a good reason.
My eyes. Take a hot poker and stick them in your eyes.
Oh.
I'm like Stevie Wonder now.
Isn't she lovely?
No,
Start the show.
Hey, it's the Crying Wrestler fan. Dave Wills is featured on memes on social media, YouTube, Tosh.0, and all over the internet. And let me tell you right now, I love the Stain the Glow podcast. Listen to every episode that drops because it's fantastic. It's wonderful. It's the movie.
Good evening, everyone. It's Thursday night. You know what that means. It's time to go spanning the globe. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Mark Baggert. I am your host. And joining us tonight are the usual suspects. And we also have a couple of special guests tonight, which I'll reveal as soon as they show up. First of all, to my left, your right, is Mr. Richard Ward, a.k.a. The Warden.
What's up?
How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing randy good today.
Below him is Mr. Ben from the Championship Belt Brothers Group. Be sure you check them out. Give them a like.
Good evening.
And you guys are flipped, aren't you? Isn't Andy usually on the left?
You're in charge of that, Mark.
Okay, well, okay. I'll fix that.
Whatever.
Next to Andy is I'm sorry, next to Ben. Sorry, I got confused. Next to Ben is Andy B from Love Those Wrestling Belts. Be sure you give him a like.
Thank you. I'm so ready to span tonight.
So am I. I want to remind everybody that this show is sponsored by Marked Leather Championship Belt Leathering, by Ashley Southern Designs. Bit my tongue.
Oh.
And by, well, I'll get to that in a second. And by Unique Championship Belts. We also want to give a shout out to our brother podcast, the Double Dropkick podcast. Kevin Davenport does a great job with that. Be sure to check him out every other Tuesday. He had a show just, I think, this last Tuesday, didn't he?
Yeah, he sure is
Yeah.
a great show. Great
Okay,
show.
so sketch him a week from this next Tuesday. Had a great show the other night. So
It was a great alternative to the debate.
yes, it was. It was. So if you're watching us on YouTube, that portion of the show is made possible by a partnership with the Brothers of Kayfabe podcast. Landon and Jake do a great job with their podcast. Be sure you give them a like on Linktree and on Apple Podcasts, and I think a few other places. So wherever you get your podcast, check them out. So let's see who's watching the show tonight, because I know we have one person that's watching. It's not going to be on very long. That's Platinum Swords. Hello, Platinum.
What's up, Platinum?
What's up?
Fins up?
Hopefully those reasons are bad reasons. Hopefully it's like a birthday party, a surprise birthday party, or maybe your lady of the evening showed up. I don't know. So thank you for watching, though. He is here for now. He's not the first commenter. I just clicked on that one because I'll make sure we catch him.
Welcome, Platinum.
There's our first commenter, Kirk Hall. Like and subscribe. Exactly.
As usual. That's right.
That's right. Scott S. Hello.
God, what's up?
What's up,
Hello,
Ed?
hello Gianni.
Johnny, we
What's
know
up,
what's up.
Gianni?
Yeah, we know what's up.
We
know
know
what's
what's up.
What's up? Hello, Ashley.
Keep it yellow, my friend. Keep it yellow.
Keep it yellow. Keep it yellow. Yeah.
Hey, Ashley. Hey, Rylan.
Hello, Rylan. Oh, I did that one. Okay. Hello, Michael.
Hey, Mike.
Michael Cannon.
Michael, what's
Cousin
up?
of mine.
What's up, Michael?
And there
Roar!
he is. There he is. I didn't have it ready. I had it ready. And then
We're all
there we go. This is why I didn't move over to the other folder. It would take
I
longer.
hear you. I hear you.
So, a few limitations there. Glad to have you
What's up,
watching.
Nor? How's it going?
Mark Laverty.
Mr.
Mr.
Laverty.
Laverty, what's up, buddy?
Yes,
Hope you had
sir.
a good day.
What's up, man?
Antonio Mendoza.
Yo!
Yo ho ho and a bottle of
What's up,
rum.
Antonio?
He's on time this week.
Yeah.
What's up, Antonio?
No one heard a thing. What? That just go over my head. No,
Sure
what they
saw a
saw-
lot.
You beat me to it. Okay. Antonio's here bright and early.
Bright and early. Yes, he is.
Bright and early.
What's going
But
on?
are you
Ethan.
here to go
I
post
know.
to post and coast to coast?
I actually know what he's referring to. I won't get into that, but yeah, it's hilarious. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's have a sequel. No, let's don't have a sequel, please. Hello, Wayne Ledford.
Why
So,
not?
as I was going,
Little Debbie's gonna be the theme tonight, apparently. That'll put weight on your bones, that's for sure.
Just a little.
It keeps him grounded, Mark. It keeps him grounded.
That's a good way to look at it.
10 toes down, feet on the ground.
Jason Cortez.
What's up, Jason?
What's up, Jason?
What's up,
Jason, I'm gonna try to finish those cabinets this weekend so I can get them painted and get your spray gun back to you. I don't have paint yet, but give me a couple weeks, we'll get it back to you. But I got the doors on one cabinet to redo, and then the two drawer fronts, and I'll be done with the cabinets, except for the countertops. But I don't need paint for that.
Wow.
Kevin O'Keefe, another leather guy.
Kevin.
What's up, Kevin? How you doing, buddy?
Speaking of leather, he does a tremendous job with leather as well.
You got
So-
some nice work out there. Good
Oh, yeah.
job, man.
Okay, all right. But I want to get it done. I want to get it done. So anyway, we usually start out the show with a belt of the week, and Richard volunteered for this week. So let me get the cue up here, and then you got it ready?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. That incredible graphic is courtesy of Kevin Davenport, by the way. Okay, let's bring you up full screen here.
I got the Bob Backlund Fandu.
Nice. That is not a bad looking belt. It really isn't. I know it's an older style, but it's a beautiful cast belt.
It's one that I had to have in my collection, but this thing is a beast. I mean, it just put it this way: the leather that it comes with doesn't even really support it. If I had it real leather, it probably wouldn't support it neither.
Yeah.
But the center plate is, you can see it's thick.
Who made that belt? Who made that belt?
Fandu.
Oh, that is a Fandu. Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
Fandu. I got this courtesy of AJS Belts, John Barbarossa.
Did you order through him, or did you win one of his events?
I ordered it through him. Yeah, I
Okay.
ordered through John layaway.
Okay.
Like I said, majority
Jason?
of my collection came from him.
Okay. There we go. Yeah, Jason, we'll talk about that a little bit in the second hour. This was the week of 9/11. We all remember that horrible day. So.
Like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Still feels like it was yesterday. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was 24 years ago. No, 23 years ago.
23. Yep.
23 years.
Wow.
For every year my son is, that's how the anniversary is. I remember that.
Yeah. It is. I've actually had a Fandu Backlund that I re-leathered,
Thanks, Kev.
and the plates are
I've
plenty
never
thick.
had.
It is heavy.
Just let us know. Just pop on in. I'll bring you up when I see you. I'll see you come in.
And I had this belt for so long I didn't realize there was a crown in the middle of the center plate. Right in
Oh,
between the eagle wings.
I couldn't remember. It's been a while. It's been a couple,
And it
2 or
has
3
the
years.
flag. It has the American flag with the WWF.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
I always wanted the silver one with the clear stones with the black leather. I always wanted. I may get one eventually. I just never got around to it. But that's a nice belt.
It
Very
is.
nice.
Definitely. This is a bottom shelf belt for sure.
Fandu
Bottom.
is known for thick plates. They do very thick plates, but they're beautiful plates. They're just very thick.
Very. The Andre
Yeah.
87. I have two of them. I have the dual plated and all gold one. Those things are huge.
I have the Fondre as well. Matter of fact, I have that one up. I put that in the sales post.
I've never had one in my hands, but I did see one at the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame one time, and it's a beautiful belt too.
I have a
Gold
boot
globe,
of it. It's not that great,
the
but I have a boot
gold.
of it.
Okay, just let me know. Let me know. Oh, here he is. Okay, now I want to introduce our special guest tonight. Oh, wait, don't. Oh. He's the other special guest,
Mhm.
back by popular demand, Mr. Cadillac Lane, who's
What's up,
not on.
brothers?
Your camera's off.
Can't see you, Lane.
Hold on.
Okay, we're holding on.
Now, why is my camera off?
I don't know.
Oh,
You
you don't
tell
know?
me.
Are you related to John Cena?
Yeah. John Cena is our special guest tonight.
Yeah. Okay.
We hear you fine. You just can't see.
We
you.
hear you.
Okay.
wish we could see.
Okay. Hold just a second.
Do you want?
Figure this-
Do you want to pop off and come back on?
Yeah. Let me try.
Okay,
that.
try that. Try that. Okay.
We'll have him here shortly.
Yeah, we'll have him here. Yeah, he's been absent for quite a while. He's been busy
Yeah,
doing life.
Steven.
So
They're really thick plates, man.
they
Yeah.
are.
But the detail on them are really, really the etching. is deep.
I've had this belt for a couple of years, and I got to
Hang
tell
it
you,
with-
I haven't seen any tarnish yet on it.
Do you guys think the rear one was as heavy as the boots or the one?
No.
The fan?
No,
I don't think-
No.
not even close.
They run around with that.
Not even close.
I think it was heavy because it's cast, but it wasn't as thick. So
Yeah, that's what I was going
Right.
to say. It had to be
That's like,
cast.
that's like the IWGP version 4. How did Kenny Omega running around with that thing? It had to be like
Well,
Yeah.
if you seen some of the wrestlers when they would put it down, they try to put it down all light because it was so heavy.
Oh, that
I
would
think
slam to the ground.
that thing would. Well, if you look at how battle damaged that belt was, there was pieces and chunks of that belt on its, the end of its life that were
Tyler?
missing.
That
What's
belt
going on,
took
Tyler?
a major,
What's going
major
on, brother?
abuse. I think
Now,
that's a major.
quote me if I'm wrong. Superstar Billy Graham was the one that destroyed it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he was the one that destroyed it. So you imagine, I seen that happening, when, on video, not live, and you could hear the plates when they hit the ground. It was solid.
Gianni, yes, I have. I've related one of them. So very nice belt. You mentioned Superstar Billy Graham. I actually watched a Jordan the Lion video last night. He
I
went
saw
to.
that.
You
I
see
saw
it?
that.
He
He
went to
was
Superstar Billy Graham's grave, who's actually buried near Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero. Yeah.
Like
Yes.
20, 30 feet away from him. So
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if he's on camera now. Yeah, he's on camera. Okay.
Okay,
There
let's
you
try this
are.
again.
Lane.
There we
Oh,
go.
there I am. There I am. Okay.
Good
there
to
he
see you. Good to
Good to
see you.
buddy.
Now,
What's
let
going
me
on,
ask you this,
Bill?
Lane. How's the weather there?
It's really not. We had some rain. Now, of course, I'm in the Northwest states, so we're okay as far as hurricanes and stuff. I do
Oh,
have some
good.
family down south, so and I haven't heard anything. So as far as I know, everything's good.
Awesome.
So
Awesome. Yeah, I knew the hurricane was kind of going north and east of you, but I figured you were getting some rain. So.
yes.
Okay. And by the
What's
way,
going-
I gave him very last minute notice, like 10 minutes before the show started to come on. So. Sorry
Ben,
for the
how's it
short
going?
notice.
Ben, how's it going, brother?
It's good, man. It's good to see you, man.
You too.
We have had viewers
Andy?
asking about you.
Good to see you. Great to have you guys once again.
Richard, what's going on, sir?
Good man. Hanging in there.
Oh,
We
Oh,
have
I was
actually
going to
had-
message you this morning. Matter of fact, like Mark said, I was going to ask you how you did with the storm. I'm glad
and
you
I see
did good though.
And I see you got the belt,
Well,
Mark.
this is the classic Shields belt.
of course. Okay.
Yeah. Now, have you seen the new one I got?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right.
I think so.
But I actually grabbed the classic Shields. It's actually a lot heavier. It's a bigger belt. So,
Oh wow.
but I didn't want to hog up the time with the other one. But this is a nice belt too. So, but Lane, actually, we've had a lot of viewers asking where you've been, and so you catch us up on
I've-
life.
I just been I've been keeping up with SmackDown. I haven't really been watching Raw. I mean, but I just been kind of laying low. But I keep it up with y'all. But I miss it here. I just kind of been taking a break, I guess.
Well, that's
Well, the
nothing
big
wrong with
star
that.
you are, you need the break, man.
That's right.
You know,
that's
you're,
right.
You're a huge star, man.
Have you ever
So-
ducked the paparazzi or?
I've tried to.
Okay.
I've been good so far.
Got to do what you can, man.
Yeah, it's good to have you back on. We've missed you. We really have.
Oh,
Yeah, we missed you, Lane.
And I'm sorry for the short notice, but I
Oh,
had
that's
to.
okay.
I just thought I got to have you back on the show. Just got to have you back
Yeah,
on.
but like I said, I've been watching SmackDown. Man, it is getting amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
I agree.
I've been watching
and-
more Raw than SmackDown, but I've missed it.
Tomorrow
a lot
night's
here.
going to be even more amazing from what I'm hearing.
I have too. So whew.
Yeah, they're back on USA.
Exactly. So that's good.
Well, before we get away from the belt discussion, I just want to remind everybody I also have 2 belts for sale. I have this one here. It is brand spanking new. It's still in the bag. I still have it in the plastic. It is a WWE Shop World Heavyweight Championship. Now, I'm selling this belt for the same price as Shop, but I'm eating the shipping. So if you want to save the shipping costs, save the taxes, it's $500 shipped in the United States. So I really would like to sell this belt. I really need it out of the house. It's just taking a lot of room. And I also have this WWE Shop Rhine. Same deal. I bought both these belts with the idea to try to do an event, and the event didn't go so well. So I need to liquidate these belts. This one I'm selling for $450 shipped. Same deal. You're avoiding the shipping costs. You're avoiding the taxes. This is a good time to buy. If you're going to buy, now's a good time to buy. So hit me up if you want one of those. $450 shipped for the Shop Rhine and $500 shipped for the World Heavyweight Championship. and you can message me after the show. Otherwise, they'll be put back up on the sales post tomorrow. So
Buy the belts.
buy the belt, yeah,
Buy them.
absolutely. Kevin had a show the other night. He was talking about tips for the hobby, and the reason I kind of want to add on to that, because something came up today in my group, and I think in a couple other groups. Some guy was buying us a pair of side plates or set of side plates. I don't remember what the side plates were. He
Triple
put
H.
$30. Huh?
Triple H side plates.
Okay. He put $30 down, and the guy ended up ghosting him after some conversation back and forth. But this was red flag number one. This is why you should always do your research when you're dealing with somebody that you don't know. Okay, if it's somebody you know, you don't have to be so careful. But sometimes things happen. But it's mostly people you don't know. Get references. But this was kind of a red flag for me. He posted a picture. This guy showed him box saying, "Here's your plates. I'm gonna send them to you." Now these are side plates. Now, the guys on the screen with me and myself, we get packages like this from overseas.
That's a belt box.
That's
The
a belt box. That's not a side plate box. That's a belt box.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the red flag number one for me. So just be aware of little red flags. And if the hairs on the back of your neck are tingling for some reason or another, you might want to pay attention to that. Just do your due diligence. Ask for references. Don't use friends and family if you don't know the person. Nor is giving his greetings to you, Lane.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Been a cup of coffee. It sure has. So, Lane, did you happen to catch a show last week?
No.
Oh, you need to go back and watch it.
Okay.
Do you know who we had on?
Who is that?
We had the daughter of the Dynamite Kid,
Oh, wow.
Bronwyn Billington.
Oh, wow.
She spent about 35, 40 minutes with us talking about some of her career. She's a manager in professional wrestling.
Okay.
But the reason she wanted to come on the show was to get the word out there. She's trying to get the Dynamite Kid inducted into the WB Hall of Fame. So our common theme throughout the groups is Dynamite Kid for Hall of Fame.
Oh, definitely.
But you owe it to yourself to watch the first 40 minutes of the show. She's a beautiful lady inside and out. Did a great interview. Very personable. She wants to come back, by the way. She said she had a great time on the show. Wants to come back.
Can't wait.
I can't wait.
She was fun. She's fun.
If any of you people after watching this didn't catch the show last week, you owe it to yourself to go back and watch that. She was just absolutely amazing.
Speaking of Dynamite Kid, who is this young kid calling himself Dynamite Kid?
That's his
It's his nephew,
That's his nephew.
His
Yeah.
nephew. Okay.
Tom Billington.
Stuff like
Tom
it.
Billington.
Yeah.
Dynamite
like
Kid
him.
was Thomas Billington. This is Tom Billington, his nephew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
His nephew. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks just like him.
Look,
He
just
sure does. Got to kind of figure out.
he does. He sure does.
Yep.
He sure does. I got a screenshot that I can't
Even his
read.
daughter said it last week.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's a spitting image of my dad.
So we were really, really happy to have her on, and we look forward
What's
to
up,
having her on again.
James?
So Jim,
James.
James.
leather customer mine. Customer, not custard. Have you got a display built for your belt shit, Lane?
All I have, as far as display, case me. As far as the case or anything, all I have is. I'll have to get a picture of it, show you what I got here.
Okay,
Hold
that's fine.
just 1 second.
Okay.
And I'll try to get it on here.
Now, how many belts do you have now? I know you got the Dome Globe,
Let's see here.
and you got 2 or 3 belts from.
Okay, 2, 4, 6 belts out right now.
Oh,
okay.
wow.
Oh, I
I've
forgot
got,
about
of
the.
course-
I gave you the American title. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got of course, like the old school, the magazine, belt. I
Oh,
got the
yeah,
Dome
yeah.
Globe. I've got of course, the American that you gave me. I've got the world class tag, one of the world class tags, and one of the US UWF tag, and
Oh,
I've got
okay.
the Mid South Mississippi.
All
Oh,
right.
that's right. Yeah. So 6 belts. Nice.
Now there
Nice,
are
nice,
2
nice.
belts I would love to get, but it's
What are they?
just, the version 1 Mid-South North American. You
Oh, the sawtooth one.
right.
Okay.
And the Louisiana heavyweight.
Okay. That's a lot like the Southern heavyweight, isn't it?
It's a lot like the Mississippi heavyweight title.
Mississippi. I'm sorry, Mississippi, not Southern Mississippi.
Right. I think the Louisiana, I think it's 7 plates instead of, but I can't remember.
Oh, it's got three
But it's-
side plates on each side.
I think so. I
Okay.
think so.
That sounds like the Florida title. So, which is
Yeah.
a beautiful too, by the way.
Oh, the old school Florida heavyweight title is beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
it is. I've got one.
Oh,
somewhere.
you do?
Yeah. You want to see it?
Yeah.
Let me grab it. Let me go off camera. You guys talk. I'll be right back.
Okay. Let's see.
So let's
And I'll-
continue,
I'll-
man.
Man, what's been going on? How are you doing your way, Richard?
I'm doing good, man. It's hot here. Hot as normal. Thank God we haven't had any hurricanes. We're starting to wind down. We got next month and then November, the end of November, and we'll be done.
There you go. Andy,
is
what's
our-
been going on with you, man?
Pretty much same old Lane. You know.
I hear you. Ben, how about you, bro?
What's up,
Getting older.
Scott?
I'm
How you
older
doing,
than
Scott?
yesterday.
Aren't we all?
Getting older. That's it is. Just
Happens to
gotta
the best.
Little
go
Scott.
along with life.
Yeah,
Enjoy
I
life.
posted his message.
Stay
That's
positive.
it. That's it.
Yep.
All we can do, man. That's all
Exactly.
we can
Okay.
My
Let me get this
young-
thing pulled right.
recent-
Hold it up.
do. I'll say what's been going on with me. My youngest niece recently started college.
I saw
wow.
That's
that.
beautiful.
Mhm.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, I like that.
have always thought that was a beautiful belt.
It's got the blue backing on it. Or seeing
Oh,
the slide.
sweet. That is beautiful.
Thank you. I got these plates from Tracy Beeman
Mm-hmm.
for a really good price, and I put them on my leather, and
Oh,
it's got 6 plates, side plates.
that is beautiful.
It's absolutely beautiful. Sure is. Go ahead. You were talking about your niece.
Yeah, she just started. My youngest niece just started college. She just joined sorority that her sister joined, and then their mama, my sister, was in. So,
Oh, wow.
I've
KD,
seen pictures. I've seen pictures of your sister. She does not look old enough to have a college age child.
I
I
agree.
know she doesn't. She
Wow.
doesn't.
Good for them. Good for them.
And my other niece, she has 2 daughters, and then her husband has a daughter and a son. But my oldest niece is going to be a occupational therapist, and my youngest niece, Abby, she's going to be a speech pathologist.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
So they're going into the healthcare industry.
yes. And of
Nice.
course, my sister is for years, so staying in the health family,
Keeping
How are
it
your folks
family,
doing?
right?
that's it.
How are your folks doing?
Oh, they're doing good. I talked to Mom a while ago. They were watching TV, just hanging out, chilling. So
Well, tell your mother hello from me, would you please?
I will do it. I will tell her for sure.
I had the pleasure of meeting her when I was down there visiting Lane a couple of years ago, and a beautiful lady inside and out, and
Yes,
It's
she
just
is. So.
just a pleasure to meet her. I didn't get to meet your dad. He was under the weather
No.
that day.
Yeah, he was. And they're both. I mean, going to therapy with some, problems with back and stuff. But
Yeah.
Other than that, they're doing good.
Good.
So,
Good deal. Good deal.
so.
So we're waiting on our special guest. You're a special guest too, but you're kind of a
Oh,
fixture here. So
regular.
yeah,
Just
yeah, we have a special guest who's actually one of our viewers, one of my leather customers, and a good guy all around. So we'll just fill in some time until he shows up. He's supposed to be here just any time. He's trying to get his camera to work. Somebody commenting here. Yeah, Mark says nice. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Platinum. Wonder where you were.
thank you, Mark.
Yeah, platinum.
So yeah. So you've been missed by not just by us, but by the viewers too.
Mhm.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
This is your home, man. We always
Yep.
glad to see you.
You're always
man.
welcome anytime. I'm probably going to ask you
Well-
every week. If you don't come on, that's fine. If you want to come on, that's even better.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. I
So,
definitely
anyway.
appreciate it.
Let's see.
You're
I know what.
You're a stable on the show, man. You ain't going nowhere.
No,
Absolutely.
not hardly.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's
You may,
why
you,
platinum.
you may go
What?
circle around Hollywood, but you always come back home.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's exactly it.
You ought to have a nice tan for all that traveling you do.
I
Mhm.
did some. I did tan. I'm telling you,
How's the French Riviera?
oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Nice and warm.
Not so warm.
Boy,
that's right.
has it been hot lately, though. Whew. It's
Oh,
finally
yeah.
starting to cool off here. So
Yeah, it's cooled off here. It's been in the 80s here, but we're supposed to get up in the 90s this weekend
right,
and probably
Johnny.
close to 100 the rest of the week. So, but
You
it's
and
better than the
Sugar just
110s like
picked
we
up.
used to. We've been in the 110s 2 weeks ago, I guess it was.
Woo.
So, something came up. I think it was Richard that shared this with me right before the show started. But they're going to have they're going to bring back Saturday night's main event to what network is it?
NBC.
NBC.
Okay. Here's an announcement that just came up today. Jesse Ventura is going to be a color commentator for the Saturday night's main event.
I mean,
Oh, that would be great.
you couldn't bring that back without Jesse.
No.
Well, they brought him back. He was backstage at Raw a couple weeks ago, and so you knew they're going to find a role for him. Well, this is what they found.
Yes.
Yep. Gonna miss Gorilla on there, but at least you got
Believe
Jesse.
it or not, him and Gorilla were a staple on that show every Saturday.
were.
Yeah, I love Jesse and Gorilla. They were great together.
Absolutely.
Might have to get Joey Gray to come on and do his Jesse imitation.
Yeah.
Have y'all
Yeah.
seen Karrion? Have y'all heard Karrion Cross's imitation?
This is
Yes.
the best.
Spot
Yeah.
on.
The best.
Good
Don't
topic.
you don't have 3 more reps than you.
Oh, he's the best.
I was there. I was there in the
He-
Gulf of Tonkin.
He was spot on. I'm like,
Yeah. He was great. And
What's
he
up,
did that
Ronnie?
impression in front of Jesse.
Yeah.
he sure did. I saw
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah. Jesse, that was great. It's great. Hello, Rodney.
Hey, Rodney.
Yeah.
Hey, Rodney.
Yeah, but-
Yeah, I did hear about that, but I didn't hear exactly what Kevin Nash had said about Logan Paul. Did you guys hear about that?
His beef with Logan Paul is he wasn't one of the guys.
Okay.
He
He's
wasn't
a
one of the boys.
part-timer.
Wasn't
Yeah,
one of
he's
the
a
boys.
part-timer.
Yeah, he wasn't one of the boys, and so
Well, I guess Logan Paul came back and pretty well shut him down. He said, hey, I'm better at this than you are.
What makes you
And I
wonder, could this be part of something like a little mini storyline or something for TV between the two? Not that he
Possibly.
have to get back in the ring or anything. But
From what I heard, he said you're making $5 million to do part-time work or something like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With
Mhm.
limited dates, and these guys are busting their butts
Mhm.
doing house shows and live events. Yeah.
But I
read
will
that.
say, I'm not a big Logan Paul fan, but he has really impressed me in the ring. He's got moves.
Well,
He's done so much in such a short amount of time.
My
he really has.
He's
my
great in the ring.
opinion.
Gotta get to him.
Did anybody catch Hogan and Logan Paul when Hogan was on his podcast?
I heard parts of it.
If anybody knows if Logan Paul turned face, I guarantee you he would go up higher because he started as a heel.
Yeah. He's got that fraternity thing going on, that maturity level of fraternity member. He's a party animal, just like his brother. There are a lot of talkers, but I can say Logan Paul, he's really come a long way as far as being an in-ring performer.
I think he ticks off a lot of people because a lot of people think of him as like just a rich punk. You know, 'cause he's
Arrogant.
got the prime and everything. And he's arrogant and that, but I give it to him. He's great in the ring.
Yeah.
Put
Yeah,
in some
he
work. You put in some work in a short amount of time.
But that brings me to back to Triple H. Remember when Triple H said, "If you can get the fans to hate you, you're over."
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Oh, he's
And it
over
worked.
all right. Yeah.
It worked.
Nick said it right there. He just said it
Yeah.
right as you said it.
The only one I think the fans truly hate is Dominic Mysterio. I think
Well, Dominic is another one. He earned
they
respect.
truly
for him.
hate.
Dominic has come a heck of a long way from what he was.
He has. He
Yeah.
has.
Oh wow.
And people hate him. They actually absolutely hate him.
Yeah.
They actually, yeah.
It gets to where he can't even do promos. They cut him off with the
No.
booze.
I want to know who was the one to make the decision to have him turn heel.
I don't
You,
know.
you had
It-
to. I mean,
it's worked.
he was such a goody face. You know,
Yeah,
they had to
was.
turn him heel. They
He's
had
got that X-Pac heat.
Now, was it because he wasn't getting over with the fans? That's why they turned him heel.
Well, no, I think because everybody was sick of seeing him come out with his daddy, and they
Mm-hmm.
got sick of it.
That's true. And
That's
and
true.
you know
And the
you knew
perfect
that
thing
heel-
for him was to be a heel. And now look
you
at
knew-
it.
You knew that turn was coming.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You could just tell it was coming.
Did anybody
Uh,
see 6 Feet Under with Kane?
I
didn't
see
either.
that.
No.
No, I
Oh, I
haven't
saw a
seen that
clip. I
yet.
saw a clip of it when they were talking about they were in a tag team match and Undertaker slapped Big Show uh during the match or something like that. I saw that clip.
I got to see that.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Goldberg, did you?
Oh, did you
Oh
see that?
man, that Gunther
Oh,
line was
man.
bad.
Gunther
Gunther
was
drew
fun.
some heat.
Right to Bret Hart. Right
Yeah.
to
That was
Bret.
great.
You're my second favorite wrestler behind Goldberg. That's great. That was great.
What's up,
That's
Chris?
gonna be a good matchup at some point. There's
Yeah,
gonna be
I
something.
want to see that. We're definitely going to watch that live.
I don't think that Brett's gonna get in the ring. He might be a special referee for a world title match. I don't know.
Nah, Brett's too
Oh,
busted up.
Bret's done.
Yeah.
He's been-
No.
Well, he's had cancer. He's had a stroke. So
Goldberg and
I think
Warrior?
this will be kind of like a CM Punk thing, where he'll be a special referee for a world title match. He'll screw Gunther over. I can see that. I can see that happening.
I can see
Yeah,
that.
that McMahon.
I see Gunther hanging on to that belt until they're ready to give it to CM Punk. Because it's evidently it's obvious that CM Punk's going to get it at one point.
It was funny. It was like a mic drop, though.
Yeah.
That match with that Gunther match with Orton was awesome.
It was. It was good.
I loved it.
I didn't see that match, but I did see the screw job and the loogie. The loogie,
Oh, the loogie seen around the world.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the black eye in the back.
What was crazy though is when he did it, it was hanging on Vince's nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some loogie love.
Yeah. And people are saying that was a work, that screw job was a work.
no,
But you saw
no.
Vince come out of the locker room with a black eye. I don't think that was a work.
Yeah, he leveled Vince. Vince
did.
was
Matter of
knocked out
fact,
on the floor.
didn't Brett have a mic on when they were filming that behind the scenes stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. But
He
I
did.
don't
So
think
that's
I
when
don't
they caught
think-
all the stuff with the camera
But they
went
didn't
off.
get, as far as I know, they didn't get on video where he decked Vince. That wasn't on
No, they got it sound, but they don't have when he
I don't
did
remember
it
hearing
on video. No.
I don't remember hearing the sound, but I just remember Vince came out of that locker room rubbing his eye and had a black eye
Yeah.
already. So,
Vince was knocked out on the floor in the locker room. He was out.
yeah, James Earl Jones, the voice.
James Earl
The
Jones.
voice.
Darth Vader and Mufasa.
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 Tons of stuff he's done. Tons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and I just heard
tremendous
recently.
loss.
Do you remember how everybody says he said, "Luke, I'm your father"?
Yeah.
He actually said, "Look, I'm your father."
Really?
Yes.
Hmm?
It wasn't Luke,
Oh.
I'm your father. It's look, I'm your father.
Okay. Our special
I-
guest is backstage.
Okay.
Give me a thumbs up when you're ready to come on. We'll bring you on. I guess he heard me. He's supposed to give me a thumbs up. Are you ready to come on? Thumbs up. Okay. I couldn't see your thumb. There it is. Okay. So let me bring to the stage, to the show, Mr. Michael Carruth. How are you doing?
Hey, Michael, what's up?
Welcome to Spanning the Globe. We can't hear you.
He's muted.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's muted. Okay. There you go.
Try that. Is that better?
Yeah. Yes.
There
We
we
hear you
go.
now.
Oh, there we go.
How's it going?
Good. Still don't have the microphone on the computer working, so you're on my phone, so you got to excuse that, but it'll
That's
get me
okay.
there anyway.
I
That's
hear
okay.
you clear.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thank
Good
you for
enough.
joining
Sounds
us
good
tonight.
here.
Oh yeah, he was also in the Satellite. I forgot about that. He
Yeah.
was also in
I
Field
am
of
your
Dreams.
father.
Field of Dreams. He was in one of the. The Hunt for Red October. He was in that series of movies. He was in a couple of those.
He did Roots too.
Thank you, AD.
That's right. He did. Yeah.
Oh, he sure did.
Yep.
Welcome home, Roscoe Jenkins.
Yep.
Did that.
So, he lived to a ripe old age of 93 years old, but still tremendous loss because he was such a
Tremendous.
talent, gifted man. So, Mr. Carruth, how are you doing tonight?
I'm well. How are you, gentlemen?
Doing great. Thank
Doing
you.
great.
Good.
Doing good. Doing good.
I asked you to come on the show. I've done a few belts for you as far as leather, and you collect a very interesting set of belts. I mean, none of them I've done for you have been a mainstream belt. They've all either been for an independent wrestling promotion or they've been custom belts. And I want to talk a little bit about that. And I got a picture of one on my screen right now. Let me pull it up here real quick. This is one of them. I think this was the first one I did for you. No, it wasn't. It was the second one, I think it was.
Oh, I've seen that. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
That
it is
is
beautiful.
beautiful.
Can you tell us
Yeah.
a little bit about this belt?
Well, that one, I grew up near Amarillo, and yeah, I'm a homer for anything Texas. I grew up back in the days of the territories,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to go with my grandmother and my mom to Amarillo on Thursday nights, and we would watch the Funks and Race and those guys.
Nice.
So I love to be able to pull up anything Texas, and you can't find a lot of it anymore. So I've taken to having the plates made, and Mark has done an excellent job with what I've asked him to do, because
Thank you.
these are belts that will never leave my collection. They're some of my favorite stuff that I have. He did a good job on the plates, and Mark has just done a beautiful job with the leather on them. Couldn't be happier.
Thank you. I appreciate your continued trust in me. Yeah, every belt you sent me, I think, was a Texas themed belt.
The biggest portion of them, until we got to the place that we did the Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Which we just did the re-leather on that one, and then the North American, which I had come across that they are going to use for my promotion up here, because they're starting to expand a little bit and do a few more events. So they're going to wind up using that one. So that one will be in the ring before long.
Oh, nice. There's not a more fitting compliment to me is to see my work being used in the ring.
Right.
It's amazing. Just even though I won't get to see that, I did have some custom belts made for a promotion in Guthrie, Oklahoma. I did the leather on them, and they're currently using those in the ring. And in fact, I'm gonna go see them next month. In those belts. So.
Oh, cool. They'll be there next month.
Yeah.
Cool.
October 12th, Guthrie, Oklahoma. BCW, Buzzsaw Championship Wrestling. So, so you were, as a child, when did you become a wrestling fan? How old were you?
Probably 6 or 7.
Okay.
I can remember the first match that I truly remember going to was Dory Funk Jr. and Harley Race. 2 out of 3 falls for the Dome Globe. They were wrestling for the title. And
that was a classic.
That's where I come from, because it was them, and it being in Amarillo, you saw Ric Flair before he was huge, before he was a big star. You saw Ted DiBiase, and a lot of those guys came through that area.
Oh yeah.
We didn't have, Mark, you're from not far from there. We didn't have cable, so we got that in WCCW. I didn't see any other wrestling until I was in my late teens, because we didn't have it unless they would on the Saturday morning shows when they broadcast the Amarillo stuff. They would occasionally have a 15-minute match of somebody from another territory where they were promoting this or that. Was the only time that we ever knew. I didn't see any WWF stuff until Backlund held the title. I saw one match from him, and then we really didn't see much other stuff until it got to the place that we had Hulk Hogan and those guys, and it started being WrestleMania. You could catch the original Saturday night main event.
Yeah, I saw no WWF program myself until Black Saturday. That was my first actual visual of WWF wrestling. So,
right, but that's where mine comes from. So I've got a real firm love of the territory stuff. There's some stuff that I collect that is territory based. And that's why I like the indies as much as I do too, because to me that's a throwback to it.
Yeah.
The indie circuit is the modern day territories. I have a good amount of belts. I've got, when Houston NWA went out years ago, I was contacted by someone about 7 months ago and bought the ring used set. There were 5 belts in it of the old Houston NWA stuff, and they didn't want much for them at all, but they are heavy, well used, but they are beautiful belts to me, because that's where I come from. That Houston NWA stuff, they've got to be made out of brass or something, because even the women's belt feels like it weighs 15 pounds.
Wow, that's Paul Bosch's territory.
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
You and I and Andy are around the same age, and so we grew up watching a lot of the same stuff. Now, our wrestling, what we got to watch was basically what the local cable company would choose to carry.
Yep.
And we would carry every so often when they bring back Mid-South programming. We got TBS, WTBS. I started watching that in 1980, I believe it was. So I started watching Georgia's Championship Wrestling. And then one night I was surfing channels and happened to come across Saturday Night Wrestling from Fort Worth. That was WCCW.
Right.
And then it was called Saturday Night Wrestling. That turned
Mhm.
in, later it
Right.
became Championship Sports. And then they had the Sunday morning program on Channel 39 out of Dallas, which was the Sportatorium shows. That was their big show. Even though the Fort Worth program was on the satellites, it didn't get the coverage that the Sunday show, the hour-long show from the Sportatorium carried, because that's where the bigger crowds were supposedly at. But the Will Rogers matches, in my opinion, were the better matches.
Yeah.
It had a more live feel to it.
Right.
And another thing I liked about it, which back then I didn't know that they were going to do it this way now, but you didn't have the main event end exactly when their time slot was up. If, like on Fort Worth, if they had a match, it was usually best 2 out of 3 falls, the main event. They would continue wrestling when they went off the air. And the following week, they would let us know, hey, so-and-so won that match. And so
Right.
I miss that. I think it gives more realism to it, because it's just crazy that you have a main event that starts 10 minutes before their time slots up, and they manage to get that either the pinfall or the disqualification exactly at that ending time. It's
Right.
Oh yeah.
just nonsense.
Back then, all of the world title matches, they would defend the title 150, 200 times a year, and they were all 1-hour matches.
Yeah, absolutely.
They weren't ever a 20-minute match.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was good. And they called the matches in the ring. The referees didn't have an earpiece in to tell
Right.
them.
No.
You had the guy at the table, saying on the microphone, the loudspeaker, say 5 minutes, then 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
Today's wrestling fans do not know what they're missing out on. That was
That was
good
great
stuff.
stuff. That was great stuff.
great stuff. And they're probably gonna call us old timers. Yeah, well, those are good.
Call me it. Call me and I'll take it.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
That's fine with me.
I'll take it too. I'm old school.
Me too.
Yep.
So what was the first belt in your collection? What was your first acquisition?
The first one that I bought a Z's belt, Dome Globe, which I no longer have, but that was the first one that I bought.
Dome Globe. I kind of wondered about that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't have that one anymore, but I've got probably 4 different versions of it.
Just like me.
Yeah. That's my favorite belt. I got other stuff, but I posted a picture one day and somebody made the comment, that's a really good collection of the exact same belt. Well, yeah, it is, but they're all just a little bit different,
Yes, exactly.
and
You got Figures Inc., you get the Premier. This is Classic Shields. And I got one by a maker overseas that I just got that actually I think is the best one.
right.
I don't know if you've seen that one or not. But...
I've seen what you posted. I follow what you post online.
Okay. That has become my favorite Dome Globe, believe it or not.
Has it?
Yeah, I think it's
Beautiful
more
belt.
accurate.
Beautiful
Yeah.
belt.
I think it's most accurate.
I've got a Dave Milliken that is pretty accurate as far as the first one goes.
Mhm.
And the plates are all extremely small. I mean, and then I've got a couple of TRBs that are bigger. And then I've got an Aldous version of the Globe that is massive compared to the Milliken.
I love that version.
That is a beautiful belt.
Beautiful. Yes.
Absolutely beautiful belt.
Yeah.
And I managed to do something that I can question my sanity on. The pictures I showed you guys the other day, that particular belt is the belt that TNA was using when they came back in the early 2000s. That is the actual belt.
Huh.
Oh,
Wow.
That is.
Yeah. And it is beat up, but it's beautiful to me.
But yeah, that's kind of like a patina on old barnwood.
Yeah.
It's part
That's
of his charm.
exactly right.
Part of his charm.
That's exactly right. And it's one of those that you don't want to relive or anything else. Bear, stop that. Sorry, I've got a dog on my desk.
That's okay.
I've got 2 dogs that between the 2 of them weigh 12 pounds and they run my entire existence.
That's okay.
Of
We've
course.
actually seen worse.
Yeah.
Not going there.
Yeah.
So you got to see, was it you said Dory Funk Jr. versus Harley Race.
I've seen Dory Funk against Race. I saw Terry against Race.
Wow.
And
Oh.
like I said, that was back in the days where it was the old barn in Amarillo, Texas, and it wasn't heated right, it wasn't cool right, but that to me is wrestling, and that's these guys from Battleground Pro. They come out of the rec center in Greeley is where they base out of, but they're starting to do some things. I agreed to help sponsor them, and they were asking me how to start growing. I told them, I said, what you need to do is reach out to the communities. They had a Spanish American heritage deal last weekend, and they did a free show outside at this event and got great reviews from the community. Because that's the kind of thing where they do something like that, or they take and put a portion of their proceeds from a special event and put it towards cancer. Where they do the Wrestling for a Cure and things like that.
Yeah.
That's the kind of things that when you go into these rural communities, that's the kind of things that endear the wrestling community to that, because they identify with it and it lets them give back, and then the people come and you see the same faces every week, the grandparents and the grandkids, and they follow the stories just from the local deal. And I've got to give them credit because they don't do a lot of the high flying stuff. They do stuff that, the guys don't get hurt with. It's old style wrestling. They actually have to do the moves and tell the story.
It's not gymnastics. Yeah.
Not gymnastics. And that's one of the things I like about it.
Yeah. I just really can't stand today's product because that's all it is just gymnastics moves and nothing but finishers all
right
15, 20 minutes. It's just nuts. But you mentioned the grandparents. I recall when I started going to wrestling matches in person, people of all ages went there, and the old ladies were sitting there yelling and cussing just as much as the younger people were. You don't see that on television. You don't see that on television.
I miss that. Truly.
Yeah. You want to get grandma to use the F word? Take her a wrestling match.
Oh,
right.
Yeah, the finger and everything. It's hilarious.
It was great.
You think about it, but you could go to matches for $8 or $10 a person back then.
Yeah.
When the NXT and WWE came here, what was it, 2 weeks ago? I bought tickets to the event, and they did it right in a sense because they brought the PLE in here, and you bought a seat package that gave you the same seat both nights, and but it's not something that the working class can really go and do much anymore because the tickets are not cheap.
No,
and if you were talking about trying to sit down on floor level, for the deal for this, and I wasn't anywhere near floor level. I was quite a ways back and up on the sides. I had a great seat, but the floor level seating, because you had to buy a package to go along with it, those seats were $2,500 a piece for the 2 nights. And that's insane to me. You can't take a mom and a dad and 2 or 3 kids to them anymore.
No. You go to buy tickets for those events nowadays. It's you might as well just say this.
Yeah, it's not like it was in the 80s.
Take that
Right.
damn money.
Right.
Just imagine a WrestleMania.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Kicked off
Just
wrong one.
a WrestleMania or a Royal Rumble, one of the big 4. Those tickets are out of this world.
Put that back up there. There you go.
There you go.
There we go.
Mike, you don't know this. I've told the story before, and I won't tell the whole story, but my uncle actually got to meet Harley Race in Lawton, Oklahoma. He was going to wrestling matches with my other uncle. It's my mom's brother, my dad's brother. And my dad's brother, or my mother's brother, was the wrestling fan, hated Harley Race because he was a heel. He was a Dusty Rhodes fan. And they were headed there. They were stopped at the stoplight there in Lawton and just a few blocks away from the Coliseum. And a Porsche pulls up next to him. Long story short, it's Harley Race. And he was lost. He couldn't find the arena. So they said, we're going there, follow us. So that he followed him to the matches. They pulled in the parking lot. He thanked them, gave them tickets. They had better tickets. And they had front row tickets behind the timekeeper's table.
Really?
And Harley was defending the title against Andre the Giant that night. And my uncle stepped under the rope, because back then there was no barriers. It was just a little rope, and picked up the world title belt, the Dome Globe, held it up, had my other uncle take his picture. He put it back on the table and sat down. I haven't seen the picture. I heard the story. I haven't seen the picture. But, yeah, cool stuff.
He'd have been tackled this day and time, and if he tried to get anyone close to that.
I can't believe he didn't get tackled that night, because even then they had police that, but he got away with it. He got away with it.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool. And Heart of the Race's son is in the groups now. He's joined the belt groups or the wrestling groups and things like that. Has posted a lot of pictures of himself when he was a youngster with Harley, and you could see a completely different picture of Harley Race.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The family man. When he was home, which was very rarely, he was dad.
Right.
And it's just really, really cool to see that side of him you just don't normally see.
Yeah.
You hear what a tough guy he was, but when he got home, he was just an old softy around his kid. Helped him put a train set together. They built a snowman together. I mean, just things that dads do with their boys.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
Cool stuff. There's also
Very loving father.
Chess. Yeah. And something else that was kind of cool. His son's name's Justin. Justin said that that they allowed, I guess, Harley to bring him and his mother along with him, and I think they even paid for them to travel with him so he would get to spend more time with them. I think that's what he said. So
Wow.
yeah, he was on the Von Erichs podcast a couple weeks ago talking about stuff like that. So
It's good to get to see that side of what went on back then, though, because those guys, it wasn't a 2-night-a-week job for them.
no, 360
They're on the
days a
road
year.
every night.
Yep.
360 days a year.
Yep.
And you think about it now, a guy will hold the title for 2 years and defend it 6, 8, maybe 10 times. And the reason that they had the guys that held the title 14, 15 times is they would put somebody over, they'd go to Japan or go to Florida or somewhere and drop the belt and come back and get it 3 months later.
Yeah.
To give the local guy the boost and get him over. And I don't know that many of the guys would do that now. For one thing, they wouldn't want to travel like that.
Yeah. Well, he did that. Harley Race did that for Tommy Rich, although it was only for like 4 or 5 days.
Right.
And that was because I think he wasn't trying to put Tommy Rich over as much as he was the promoter. He was trying to help the promoter out.
And Crockett didn't even know about it.
Yeah, well, Crockett was in Japan when that happened. He was the president of the NWA at that time. And he got a phone call, and he hopped on a plane immediately, but it took him a couple of days to get back home. Back then, travel was a little bit different. And by the time he got back, the title had been switched back. And so he congratulated Tommy Rich after the fact, but Harley had the title back already. So I love to hear these old stories. It's hilarious.
Right.
It's hilarious. There's a story that I actually heard. It's on YouTube that Dusty Rhodes told about meeting Roddy Piper for the first time. Ric Flair had a hemorrhoid issue.
Yeah, I heard this.
He had hemorrhoids the size of a golf ball. I can't imagine it, but he said they were the size of a golf ball. And and so what they did, they had him get up on the table on his hands and knees, and instead of using rubber gloves, they stuck their hands down in Vaseline and was going to shove those hemorrhoids back up in there.
Yep.
And I guess his butt was facing the door, and Roddy Piper walks out, "Hey, I'm Roddy Piper." He turned right back around and walked back out.
Right.
Good story. Good story.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we've lost all these legends like Dusty Rhodes, Roddy Piper, all these guys, and those stories. If it weren't for YouTube, those stories would die with them. And I love to hear these old stories.
Yeah.
They tell some of the funniest stories on the road. Some of them aren't so funny, but most of them are funny. Harley Race was notorious for being a fast and crazy driver, which is ironic considering he was involved in a fatal wreck with killed his wife and almost took him out of wrestling. But Ric Flair does a pretty good imitation of Harley Race.
He does.
He does that hand motion, like he's holding a cigarette because Harley was a smoker. So, okay, all right. Read the screenshot. Sorry about that.
Okay.
So you said you went to Amarillo. I'm 3 hours from Amarillo.
Right.
My aunt used to live when she was alive. Aunt and uncle used to live in Canyon, Texas. Are you familiar with Canyon, Texas?
I am familiar with Canyon, Texas.
You know
Yeah, I
who else
grew up-
lived there?
Yeah, well, a lot of guys went through there. You know,
Yeah.
Ric Flair played football there.
Oh,
He,
West
he played
Texas
for
State?
he played at West Texas State for 2 years. Tully Blanchard was there.
I didn't know Ric Flair played football there. I knew that Dusty Rhodes did. Bruiser Brody did.
Yeah, that was my understanding was that Flair played there for 1 year.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Did not
you
know
know,
that.
I would like to go back sometime because they've got a guy that does promotions for the top of Texas there, and I would like to go back and see it. I've got a brother that still lives in Amarillo, so I go down that way once in a while. And I've got kids that live in Blanchard and Norman, so
2
I'm
hours.
down that way once in a while.
Yeah, I think you told me about that because I said I lived 2 hours from Norman and Blanchard.
Right.
But what I found interesting about Canyon, Texas, is that's where Terry Funk's ranch is. I've seen his ranch. Have you seen his ranch?
I've never been there.
Okay, I haven't been to it, but I've been by it. It's actually you
Right.
can see it from the interstate highway there that goes south of Amarillo.
Right.
It's on a hill. The house is on a hill. And it's actually north and east of the university there.
It should be pretty easy to pick out because there's not many hills around Amarillo.
No, it's not a great big hill, but it's just like a little valley around there. It's a high spot.
Right.
But, I've been there. I have some pictures somewhere of it. I took pictures when I was there last time, and so it's pretty interesting. But my aunt and uncle showed me that house one time, and there's another story they told me about Terry Funk. He was a WT graduate,
Right.
and they had back in the 80s. They hired a president for the university who I guess, for lack of a better term, stole money from the university. He spent money extravagantly. He had a balcony built on the backside of his office to overlook the whole campus, so he could look like the Pope when he come out. He built a huge mansion. His last name was Roach, and they referred to his mansion as Roach Motel. And nobody liked him. Terry Funk could not stand him. He wanted him out of there. Well, his house was built bordering Terry Funk's ranch. There's a barbed wire fence separating the properties, and this Roach was having a dinner party for some donors and people at the university and stuff like that, dignitaries, and they were out in the backyard. Well, Terry Funk hopped on his tractor with his brush hog in his boxer shorts and cowboy boots, and I think cowboy hat, and he started brush hogging his field, and the wind just had to be blowing to the direction of Roach's house, and he blew that stuff all over the guests in his boxer shorts. So my cousin told me a story. But I'll take a picture of it on Google Earth. I'll show you where it's at, and you can see it from the interstate. It's just between the interstate and the university campus, and it's kind of out there by itself. But they may have built up some properties around that, but you can still see the house.
I would imagine you could out there.
Yeah,
that'd be neat. I'd like to go by there because I need to make a trip down before long. So I'm gonna come down that way for about a week.
I'll send you a screenshot of it from Google Earth.
Okay.
Gianni Martello wants to know, in your opinion, what is the best looking WCCW belt, and why also, what is your opinion of the brass knuckles? Sorry, we have to sort through this. This is Gianni. What is your opinion of the brass knuckles title?
In all honesty, until I started in the collecting deal, I never knew the brass knuckle title existed. I had never seen it before.
Yeah.
And the WCCW heavyweight title I liked. I think my favorite one was probably the American title that I remember Bruiser Brody wearing when I was about the age I started watching it, because it was the one that was the silver plate. They do it a lot now, that had the kind of the stacked plate on top of it that was just the American heavyweight title. That's probably my favorite WCCW title.
This is one of two. I had one. I gave one to Lane. Lane's got one. This is the one I got.
Right.
Well, I don't have the version of that one.
No, you have the one that resembles the NWA TV title.
Yes, that's beautiful. That is
a beautiful belt.
I've held that one.
I think Dream Championship Belts made this one. Either him or Muhammad Asif. I can't remember which one.
Yeah, that's a pretty belt. Very pretty belt.
It is. Now there was an American title that Fritz held. I think that Bruiser Brody might have held. That looked a lot like the earlier North American title, Mid South North America.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
I didn't know that belt existed till just a few years ago.
And see, that's the one I can remember them wrestling for on Saturday nights on TV from Dallas.
Yeah.
That's the
Okay.
title I remember from there.
Yeah. Have you ever been to any of the shows down in Dallas or Fort Worth?
I never have. Never have. That was too much of a job. That would have been 8 hours. You know. And
From
we
Amarillo,
didn't-
yeah, I
Yeah.
see that. That's right.
So Amarillo was where I went more than anything else.
Of course, the Sportatorium has been torn down since then. They had asbestos removal and stuff like that. But when I went to see Lane back, how long was it ago? Was it Lane 3 years ago? Came to see you?
About 3 years ago, 3 or 4
Was it?
years.
Was it before or after COVID? Was it before or after COVID?
Oh, it was after. It was after COVID.
Okay, so 21.
I think. Yeah, I think.
21, 22? Well, he lives in Shreveport, and I came back through Dallas on my way home, and I stopped at the side of the Sportatorium. I had all these. I had the American title, the American Tag Team title, the World Class Heavyweight, and the Texas title, and I took a picture standing on that property with all those belts on my arms. So
Yes.
it is sacred ground for sure, and it is not in a good neighborhood. It's a very sketchy neighborhood.
Mm.
I came in from the south. I took the wrong way, but that's the way the GPS took me. And all the properties around there have bars on the windows and doors.
Yeah, I would imagine they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Texas title warrior had.
Did he have the blue?
Well, he
Yeah,
had.
he had the blue one.
I think he had the blue.
Yeah.
Or did he? No, he was he Texas champion before Jarrett took over? I can't remember. I think he was because he had already gone to WWF.
I think
by
he
then.
was.
So that had been the red and gold. Red and gold.
Had to be.
I think so.
I'm
pretty sure he
sure
did.
red and gold.
Yeah. I've got that one too.
Aw.
Johnny thinks you sound like the $1 Million Man, Mike.
Who does?
It's Gianni Martello.
Yeah. He had the gold.
Yeah, well, I said American. It was also the world class tag. Yeah,
That's right.
I meant. So,
They're wondering why I'm still awake.
yeah. The very first matches I went to were in Lawton, Oklahoma, and the main event was Bruiser Brody versus Kamala.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to see this
Wow.
dog. This dog is familiar. Hold on a second. Let me pull you up here real quick.
Aw.
Oh, it almost looks like our dog.
I've got 2 Yorkies.
Look at that
Cute.
beautiful
dog.
dog.
Very
Aw.
nice. Now, you live in Colorado now, correct?
I live in Lakewood, which is basically West Denver.
Okay.
And my company works, we work all over the Front Range, and we're doing some work in Utah and back in Iowa and Kentucky and a few places.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
yeah, we've expanded a lot in the last 2 years, and there's days it's a little bit too much.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I'm running, I went from, when I started the company 7 years ago, it was me and 3 guys, and I'm running 27 people now.
Wow. So this is your company. You own the company.
I do own the company.
Oh, it must be nice to be the boss.
On certain days it's not so much fun because you're the one that gets all the bad phone calls.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now I did some. How many belts have I related for you?
5?
That sounds
5 or
about right. Yeah, 5.
5 or 6, yeah.
And I can't remember. How did you come across my name? How'd you?
Russ Miller.
That's right, Russ Mill. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that reference, Rusty. Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
And to me, it was a perfect fit because we were re-leathering. We started with the Texas Southern and that Texas Cruiserweight that I'd had the plates made for and had done by Z's that I wasn't happy with the leather on.
Yeah.
To me, it was perfect to have somebody from the part of country, basically where I grew up, because you aren't too far from where I come from.
About 10 hours, I think.
To do those belts, it was fitting to me.
Yeah.
And it's turned out to be a very good relationship. So
It has. You've sent me several belts, and I don't get that very often. So I do appreciate. I think the most I've done before you came along was 3 belts for a customer. You're the first. I think I've done the most for you.
yeah,
Or anybody else. So
You know, you do very good work. I really love the leather that you put on them, and
Thank you.
you know, I like forming the relationship, and I try to be a good customer because there's never a hurry. You know, it'll get back when it gets back.
Yep.
So,
That's something that I found refreshing with you is you'll go ahead and send me the belt and you go, I know you got 3 or 4 ahead of me. Just get it done when you get it done. And I put pressure on myself because I don't like work sitting on the table. I don't like to sit in the box. I just want to get it done, get it out of there because, you know, it sits there. It's not making money.
right.
But at the same time, I don't want to rush it, you know.
Right.
And I don't. So I'm currently working on 3 belts right now. One's waiting for grommets to come in from the maker, but it gets busy sometimes.
I have an old saying: you can't rush perfection. You know.
Right.
Sometimes he wants to get it done. You know what I mean? He doesn't like let it sit there. But I just
like dust.
You know, it gets done. It gets done.
Antonio Mendoza, who also does incredible leather work, he wants to know what is the top money belt in your collection, and do you have it available where we can see it?
The top money belt?
Yeah, I guess your most expensive belt.
It would probably be that Dome Globe.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a ring used belt. You want me to go pull it up? I'll run downstairs.
If you don't mind. If you don't mind.
No, I'll go grab it. I'll be right back.
Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. Antonio, I struggle with it too. I'll get a belt in. I thought, man, this is beautiful. I don't think I'll send this thing back. And a couple of those belts, like the one I showed earlier that I did for Mike, I think I've seen messages. Are you sure you want this belt back?
Yeah, that one belt you did is like I said, it looked like you had 2 pieces of leather, like one piece of leather on top of another. You know, around the side plates.
Yeah.
That looked awesome.
That's the way the tooling just wraps around the side plates. That's tricky to do. It really is. That's what she said.
Oh my!
Oh no, not again.
That's what she
No, not again.
Ben, where's your paper towel? Where's your paper towel?
While we're waiting on him to come back, Jason Presley, who I think everybody knows my history with him, he's up at Tacoma, Washington, and WWE SmackDown is going to be there tomorrow night. He's taking a belt with him that I think he says he's planning on giving away, and I think it's on my leather. I'm not positive. So if you're in that area, going to go SmackDown.
And you want a free belt? Be there.
Yeah, be there. Yeah, see Jason Presley.
Make sure you let him know you're there.
Yeah. Be sure you let him know you're there. Tell him you hate me. Hey, tell him you hate me. You're almost guaranteed to get the belt.
You're almost gonna get the belt.
Guaranteed.
He does not like me.
Or anybody else.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't got that. I think I got one in. I sent it back. So to me, that's just less bubble wrap to deal with. So. Oh man, Dory Funk, Terry Funk, and Harley Race. That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome.
Heck of a combo.
Yeah, I would love to see any of those matches. I've seen them on video. YouTube has a bunch of them.
Yeah, I have to go on and watch them.
Amarillo was a hot territory back in the 70s.
Yes,
it really was.
From what I've read, it was.
Yeah. And from what I understand also, if you watch the Heroes of World Class, they tried to get the Von Erichs to go up there, and the Funk said, we got other things going on. But when WCCW took off, now they're in demand. So, okay, we've got a belt. We got a belt.
Right. If I can get this up here, get to where I'm not really.
That's the ring used belt.
This is the belt. Like I said, this is the one that when they brought it back for TNA NWA, this was the belt they used for the first 4 years. And
wow,
the plates off of it had been used in the late 1990s. They're Jamar plates.
Okay. I
And
haven't seen Jamar plates up close.
And if you look at it, I mean, it's Milliken leather, but you can see the fraying and the stitching.
Yeah. Right there where the belt folds.
Where the belt folds.
Yeah.
And then you can see the Millikens, if I can get it up there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The Milliken stamp. for when he did it, and it's not the stamp he uses now. But yeah, it's a little bit tarnished, but like I said, to me it's beautiful. You know.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, it's got some history to it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, that's
You bet.
great.
Yeah, that leather, the lacing
That's
looks
awesome.
a lot like the Dome Globe that sits in Triple H's office. I don't know
It
if Flair,
does.
Flair did it, but I think Flair also unraveled the lacing around where the belt folds so it would fold flatter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you get
Yeah.
the Dome Globe book, do you have the Dome Globe book?
I do.
Yeah, it's in there.
I do.
You can see it. I don't know who
Yeah.
did it, but I assume Flair did it because I saw him when he debuted with that belt on Georgia Championship Wrestling the first time he won it. It looked a lot more pristine than it does now. So,
Right.
do you know?
And I was-
Do you know who's held that particular belt you got? Which champions held that belt?
Yes, I can. Well, it's on my phone.
Oh.
When I sent you guys the pictures that night, I sent 2 brass plaques. Pictures of 2 brass plaques with them. One of those brass plaques explains who made the belt and when it was used, and the other one has the guys that held this, because this was, I want to say Sting held it, AJ Styles held it, Jeff Jarrett held it, Ron Killings held it,
Oh,
Ken Shamrock.
Oh wow.
that's
Mhm,
quite a
yes.
list.
Yeah, because he was the first NWA TNA champion.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Trying to find those pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, you did. That's right. You did send that to me. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me get these off my phone real quick. That's a laundry list of champions right there.
That's a Hall of Fame list of champions.
Yes,
You
it
s-
is.
Oh, let me get this one too. North American. That North American I did for you was on a Cordovon strap.
Right.
And, I don't know if you saw any Cordovon in there. I had a tough time. The lighting in my house is terrible. Even in the sun, the bright sun, it was hard to see it for me.
Right.
Uh,
It was darker than what the swatch was going to be, but I like it because the plates pop on it real well. The plates look great on that leather.
yeah. Let me see if I can get these off my phone. I'll upload them. So how did you come across that Dome Globe?
I had a guy come to me because I do some reuse collecting. Nothing ever like this. Most of my stuff is, like I said, stuff from Texas and stuff that nobody really ever pays attention to.
Yeah.
But I had a guy come to me and ask me if I'd be interested in it, and we worked a deal between the two of us. So it was kind of an off the wall deal, but it's also a once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
You know, I will hold it until someone either offers me more than I think it's worth, or until it comes time to pass it on to somebody else. But what I've learned about being in the hobby, and one of the things I like about what you guys do, this hobby is about the enjoyment of wrestling and the enjoyment of the belts. It doesn't matter what you spend on a belt. It doesn't matter how little you spend, how much you spend. And when I do sell some of the stuff in my collection, I don't try to make a vast fortune on it, because it's about giving back to somebody else, because it gives somebody else the opportunity to hold something that I cherished at one time, and that I know that they will, and they can pass it on to somebody else. You know, I don't like when the class warfare starts. You know,
Which happens a lot.
when people start barking back and forth at one another, that bothers me, because it's belts.
Right.
It's something that is from my childhood, from my past, and it's here for the enjoyment. I mean, I started
belts
doing-
matter.
what's
All
that?
belts matter. All belts
Oh,
matter, no
Yeah.
matter
Yep,
what
they
they're
do.
made out of.
That's exactly right. You know, and I like to have it to where when people come to see it, because not many people go down in the man cave. That's where I keep this stuff, and it's my deal. And I've done what I've done professionally for 41 years now, and I'm very much a type A personality, in that I get very involved in what I do. We do service and repair, and I work a lot of long hours. And my wife, I don't think, really understood what she was telling me I should go ahead and go do, because when I started collecting belts, she said, "I'm glad you finally have a hobby. Just go for it." And I don't think she knew what I was getting us into. because now it's consumed an entire room where my workout equipment is in the mornings.
Yeah.
It's up and down both walls because I go down there and it's part of what I grew up with. I enjoy it. It doesn't hurt anybody. So, but it's there to be shared. It's not kept from anybody and anything else. So
I agree. Calling people names and putting
No.
labels on for just because of leather and zinc is just ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Right.
Here's a close up of that dome globe, and it has
Wow.
obviously had some ring use. And then you also sent me a picture of it in a case. Is that
yeah, that's how everything else is on a shelf. This one's in a case.
okay? Oh, you
Oh,
got to have the
wow.
case to show it to us. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That you need some gold foil to put around that, so it looks like the original.
I might do that. Might do that.
And here are the plaques, and I did not get to rotate them before I put them on there. Put them up.
Oh, I
Oh.
remember seeing that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I remember
Oh,
seeing
wow.
that.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to see what these. Okay, let's see what this says here. It says Ken Shamrock, Ron Killings, Jeff Jarrett, AJ Styles. That's not this one, but Ray Gonzalez, Raven, Rhino, Christian Cage. I forgot about Christian. Sting and Abyss. That's this one here. Has those names on there. And then the other plaque. The other plaque says this Dome Globe Championship belt was used in the ring by NWA TNA from June 2002 until January 2007. Jamar plates on Milliken leather. Now, did you have those plaques
wow.
made, or did?
I did. I
Okay.
did. I found a place online. They weren't too bad. They cost me about $18 a piece, I think.
Not bad. Not bad.
Okay.
So it's something to mark by.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't own a lot that are like this, but this one, when I started collecting, this was what I was after.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I would ever end up with one because there's not many of them out there.
Yeah. You're talking ring used, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I would love to have the one sent in Triple H's office. That's never going to happen.
No.
Right.
But it'd be nice.
I like the ring used look on the belts. Some of them belts, like if they're the older ones, I like it to have that kind of ring use.
Yeah. That one's had a lot of use and abuse. That's for sure.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. When it was offered to me, I said, "Well, how do I know that's the belt?" And there's a picture of Jeff Jarrett with it over his shoulder. That the scrapings and the markings on the left side or on the black portion where it's painted.
Yeah.
You couldn't replicate that.
True.
It is definitely that is the belt.
Nice. And I got one more picture I'll bring up, which is not that belt, but it's another one we talked about a while ago. It's that North American.
Right.
That one right there. That is a beautiful
Yeah,
belt.
that one.
That is
Yeah.
beautiful.
That's the
Very
one I
unique.
like. The main plate on it. That's very
Yeah.
unique. The way the shape is.
Yeah. And that's
And
that
then that
Cordovon
center-
strap. You can kind of see the Cordovon color in that.
You can
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
I was really on the fence whether I should do that or not, but you wanted that, and I've always wanted to try a Cordovon strap because that's what I believe was used on the first Crumrine.
My question is, did that have stones on each side of it, or is that just the round circles?
just round circles.
Yeah, this one didn't have any stones on it. Sure didn't. But that was a beautiful belt, and that was a privilege to do that for you. I do appreciate you. letting
Yeah, I
me do
remember that main plate, man. That stuck out.
Yeah, I remember that. It's a gorgeous belt.
It is, sure is.
Thank you.
Richard, does that main plate kind of resemble the BTB title that I had?
Yes.
Kinda, maybe a little bit.
Yes.
We were in a promo group together, and that was their world championship, and I was fortunate enough to hold that for 30 days. But
Speaking of that, we got to get those belts made.
yeah, we do. We sure do. Mike, if you know anybody looking for a world title or a Crumrine, Shop Ryan, I got those for sale. So
I will let them know.
all right, 500 for the world title shipped,
Okay.
and $450 shipped for the Shop Ryan.
Okay.
You save the
will let
shipping
them know.
costs and the taxes. The same price as shop, except for you avoid the taxes and shipping.
Right.
So
I'll let them know.
I bought those belts to do an event in the Wild World of Belts group, but it didn't fill up, and I had to cancel it. And so I need to get rid of them. I don't need them. Although I would like to have it at Shop Ryan sometime. Sure would. So Gianni also wants to know, he has a ring used collection. What kind of WCCW rings do you have, Mike? I'm not sure exactly what he means by that, but I don't know if he's talking about the actual ring or.
I have not been able to come across any of the WCCW ring use stuff. I would love to, but I've not seen any of it personally.
I do know that the Texas title, the one that was blue,
Right.
I know for a fact it went to New York to the Hall of Fame. The reason I know that is because I saw a picture of the guy that runs the BCW promotion. Guthrie had it in his hands. He was helping them pack up for New York. So,
Yeah.
And I think Paul Bearer had one of the WCCW tags. I believe he had one of those, and he had it refurbished. And the WCCW light heavyweight it either went back to Eric Embry or it went to New York. I'm not sure which, but it was actually in the Hall of Fame. I saw it in person. It was in a case, and it was beat up. The paint was all gone. It looked terrible. I got a picture of it somewhere. Took a picture of it. When that Hall of Fame was in Wichita Falls, it's only a couple of hours from me. I'd go down there every chance I got to look everything over, and it just broke my heart that they're moving it to New York.
Are they moving it?
Yeah, it's already moved. Moved.
Oh man.
It was mismanaged. I don't know if that was. I don't know if there's any intent there or not. Either that or just incompetence. I'm not sure which. But Cowboy John Mantell, I think you're familiar with John Mantell.
Yes.
Okay, he was the president of the Hall of Fame at that time, and I met him. I got to talk to him a lot of times, and he was running it. But from what I heard different stories. I heard that the caterers for the Hall of Fame dinner were not paid, bills weren't paid, and it just kind of ran into the ground.
Wow.
So they shut it down, and it sat there empty for
That's crazy.
a couple of years, and some of the artifacts disappeared. Don't know where they went, and now everything that was left either went back to their the donors or went to New York to where they moved the Hall of Fame to, which it was originally there. They moved to Wichita Falls. So, but I had the opportunity to meet some wrestlers I'd watched growing up as a kid. I met Iceman King Parsons. I met Ron Garvin. I talked to him. We were at the urinals together talking.
Oh Jesus!
I got to meet Bob Roop, who, by the way, is a wonderful human being. Very eloquent when he speaks. He loves to tell
Very
stories.
nice man.
Gorgeous Gary Young. You remember Gary Young?
Yes, I do.
I got to meet him. I met, I think it was Bad Dog Vachon. I think it was Paul Vachon, whichever one he was. He's one of the Vachon brothers. I got to meet him, talk to him for a little bit. And Abdul the Butcher. I got to meet Abdul the Butcher, who scammed me
That's
for $10.
just weird.
Yeah. And the Masked Saint. You remember the Masked Saint? They made a movie about him.
Yeah.
He was there. He was there one year. And there were some others I can't remember. There was another one that I had never heard of, but I got to meet him and his family. He was honored, inducted in the Hall of Fame. He wrestled out in California. He was from Argentina, and I can't remember what his name was. Pampiro Firpo. I don't know if you ever heard of him or not.
I have.
I got to meet him. I think he passed away shortly after that.
That's where Macho Man got his "oh yeah" from.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
From what I've heard.
Yeah.
Now, in your opinion, Mark, is Abdul the Butcher worth meeting in person?
Well, let me kind of describe the circumstances. They had a meet and greet, and you paid, I think, $40 or $45 for a ticket. And for that $45, they had all these tables lined up, and you walk along there, and you get an autograph and a picture. Well, I saw this happen in front of me. A guy said, "Hey, can I take a picture with you?" He said, $10. So I got up there. I said, "I need to take a picture with you." He said, "That'd be $10." So I gave him $10. Well, I think somebody at the Hall of Fame caught on to what he was doing and said, "You can't do that anymore." And they made him stop doing it because you already paid for the picture. And he was in a wheelchair at the time. I think he still is, but he was in a wheelchair.
Because he's going to be there next weekend.
Where at?
He's going to be at the UltraCon that I'm going to.
Okay. Be prepared for him to charge you extra for an autograph or a picture.
Well, if that's the case, I won't go to see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make a point to go see. I definitely want to see Nikita.
That'd be cool.
That's my ultimate one to meet when I go there.
I'll tell you somebody else I met that's not as well known, but he's been in movies, is Andrew Anderson. I don't know if any of you guys heard of him or not.
Mhm.
He was the latest Purple Haze to it was managed by Kevin Sullivan before Kevin Sullivan passed away. They traveled a lot together. Real good guy. He's a heel, but he's a good guy. Real good guy. Big looking brute. Looks like he beat you up to take your lunch. Maybe he's a real nice guy. And I was there 1 year and met him. Got one of his T-shirts. I went back the following year. He remembered me, and I bought another T-shirt off of him. And another one is Jake the Snake's brother, Sam Houston. Sam Houston. That guy is a prankster. Very funny guy. Very funny guy. Nice guy, but very funny. Antonio, I'll tell you what the conversation was like. I had asked him what he was doing in his retirement. And what he said was that he just flies around and looks at his properties and does a lot of hunting.
He looked at Mark. He says, "I'm peeing like you are."
Actually, I think our conversation started at the sink afterwards. So
You the Dusty Rhodes and Andre the Giant.
yeah.
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 Put that on the
I didn't want the
postcard.
hands of stone. I've got that picture. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. It's my downloads. I saw it earlier when I was looking for pictures to upload. Oh, here we go. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, scroll past too fast. There's Vashon. Oh, I also got to meet Terry Gordy's daughter, Miranda.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She was there.
Could you imagine walking into the bathroom and Dusty Rhodes is at the urinal? Hey, Dusty, can we recreate that Andre photo?
Yeah. It was just weird to sit there and you're standing at the urinal talking to a guy you used to watch on television.
Yeah.
Right?
It's just weird.
Yep, I can relate.
Okay, here's my picture with Ryan.
Hey, at least you didn't put your head under the stall and say, "Hey, I used to watch you as a kid."
Yeah. But I didn't know this. I knew that Jimmy Garvin was a pilot, but Ronnie Garvin was a pilot or is a pilot.
Wow.
Now I got Abdullah Bush here too. And here we go. Here's me and Ronnie Garvin at the Hall of Fame.
Hands of stone.
That T-shirt I'm wearing, it says Lucha Pride.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that provided the ring for the matches, the Hall of Fame, that was his wrestling company. It was Lucha Pride. And there's a picture of two wrestlers on there. And I was standing there outside the Hall of Fame watching the matches, and this guy walks up to me and says, "Where'd you get that T-shirt?" I said, "I got it from the guy that put up the ring." He said, "That's my dad on that T-shirt." It was one of the Guerrero brothers. I can't remember which one it was now.
Was it Hector?
Mondo? No,
Mondo, Hector, Chavo.
I think it's Mondo.
Okay.
I think it's Mondo. So I got to talk to him for a little bit. That's pretty cool. There's
Okay.
Abdullah. There's my $10 autograph or picture. $10 picture.
My phone's about to die, so I'm going to sign off and catch the rest of the show on YouTube.
Okay. Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you all for the
Joining us,
opportunity.
man.
All right, Mike.
Back
Thanks
in
for
sometime.
coming on.
Michael Carruth. Have a good night. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night. Thanks for coming on.
Good guy. We lost
Wow,
Lane.
that
Where'd Lane
belt
go?
was nice.
When did Lane
Maybe
go?
his iPad probably went dead.
Okay. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
charging me for the show. Okay. And I want to show one more picture if I can find it from the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, when I go next week, I want to meet. That's my first. When I get in the building, that's my first go to. Because,
yeah.
like I said, I'm not gonna do any promises, but I'm gonna try to at least get 2 videos.
Yeah.
Don't get yelled at.
Nikita's one of ours. No, I'm gonna pay for the video.
It was Mondo Guerrero because I got a picture of him signing an autograph for me. Right here.
Mondo.
That was his dad on my T-shirt. He was there accepting a Hall of Fame nomination for Gory Guerrero.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Is Mondo Chavo's father?
No, it's his brother.
Oh,
Oh, okay, my bad.
Wow.
Chavo's Chavo's father.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
Oh, you talking about Chavo Senior or Chavo Junior?
Yeah.
so I was talking about Chavo Jr. My bad.
Oh, that's his uncle.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's Chavo's brother and uncle. And there's me
Okay.
with one of the Vashons.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty. He's since passed away.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, I want to try to get Nikita and Mick Foley.
Okay.
because I hear from the guy who runs the event that they're actually open. You know, they're real cool guys to talk to.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You read it. Yeah, you had battery issues while you were on here too. Okay. Yeah. Hope you're having good weather out there. We're having hurricanes here in the United States. I'm not getting any rain.
Yeah, man. They've been saying down here that the water is cooling rapidly compared to last year, and they don't know what the reason is for it.
Yeah.
Which is
Read
good. If the
read
water
the
stays
chat.
cool,
Chat.
Are you reading chat now, Mark?
Yeah, I'm reading chat. Yeah.
Just a few things funny in there.
Yeah. What Robert Chavo Senior versus Jacqueline SD 2000s for the cruiserweight title.
SmackDown. Yeah.
Okay.
oh man, I gotta look for it. Maybe he'll have one when I go there. I'm bringing the United States title for Nikita to sign,
Oh yeah.
and I'm gonna try and see if I can get it. JCS certified?
Yeah.
JCA.
Yeah, JCA. Is that expensive, Ben, or no?
Thank you, Jim.
Nah, it was $10.
Oh, okay.
That's,
I'm gonna
that's
get
my
that.
Kurt Angle one.
Yeah, I want to get that done while I'm there.
We talked about this for the show. There, I saw a video today, and I can't remember who it was that posted it. It was a video from AEW. I don't remember who was in the match, but somebody rolled up somebody else for a pin, and the referee was tapping 1, 2, and before he got to 3, he grabbed the guy's leg that was being pinned and shoved it away so the guy could kick out. And they said, this is why AEW is such trash. I mean, he's not wrong.
No, he's not.
And in the picture for Big Bill standing in the ring with Jericho, and they show the crowd,
Yeah.
the seats are empty.
Yeah. It's just bad booking. It's a bad product. It could be a good product, but he needs to hire a good booking team.
He
and
never
stay
will.
out of it.
It could
It's
be
his baby.
so
He won't do
much better. So much better.
Yeah.
I'm
This is
hearing
like-
that.
No interest.
This is the same reason that the Dallas Cowboys have not been in the play or been in the Super Bowl since 1995, because Jerry Jones, who is the owner, has been involved in the product.
Mhm.
Instead of just doing his general managing, he's been involved with the coaching. He's been involved with everything. This is what happens. You don't have a good product.
Mhm.
He needs to hire good people to handle the job and stay
And
out
he's
of
got the talent, but he demands to do the booking. And
Yeah.
it's not going to change until he hires real good bookers.
it. Yeah. And I don't think it's going to happen. I just don't think
It's
so. I
not.
think Tony thinks he's the
Until he gets off his
answer.
high horse and realizes this.
Yeah. Did you guys see the post where AEW is going to pay people to come in
Yeah.
to watch the show?
Mhm.
I think it was a joke, but I mean, that could happen.
It could happen, yeah.
They're gonna have a buy 2 get 2 free tickets. I guarantee you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know what you're laughing at.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I heard that possibly Bobby Lashley and them are gonna come over to AEW.
I think that's a bad move. I think they should go to TNA. I really do.
They're chasing the money. They're just
It's
chasing the
all
money.
about the money.
But you know what? It makes sense, because why risk your body when you can make all this money? Because they're basically going to get paid to sit there and do nothing.
But look at what's his name? They just offered him a multi-year deal. Was it what's his name? Was it Cedric Alexander? WWE
Who offered?
offered him. Yeah, WWE offered him a multi-year contract.
To come
For
back.
big money. Cedric Alexander. Yep.
Oh,
So
wow,
they
I didn't
locked
know
him
that.
down for a couple of years. Yep.
How long has he been gone from WWE?
He's been in NXT.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of somebody else. My bad.
Yeah, they sent him over to NXT, and actually he's doing pretty good there.
I'm a little late with the sponsors for this hour. We're almost out of time, but this show is sponsored by Mark Leather Championship Built Leathering. So that's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is.
By Ashley Southern Designs, who made that T-shirt that Andy's wearing,
Yes, she did.
and by click on the, I gotta put these together.
You're
And by
a
Unique Championship Belts, who I own a lot of their belts, several sets of plates that they sent me. So check them out. And if you're watching us on YouTube, that portion of the show is made possible by a partnership with the Brothers in Kayfabe podcast. They share the StreamYard subscription, which makes it more affordable for us to bring this good content to you. Hopefully it is good content.
Thank you, guys.
They talk about ECW and WWE a lot. That's their era. So
Shout out to Landon and Jake.
You can find them on Linktree and on Apple Podcasts. So we thank them for their cooperation and partnership. And we also want to give a shout out to Kevin Davenport's Double Drop Kick podcast. Hey, I didn't mess it up this time. He's on every other Tuesday. He was on this past Tuesday. Had a great show, talk about tips for enjoying the belt hobby. And so he'll have another show here in a couple weeks. So be sure you check him out. And you can also tune into, I don't have a graphic for them, but you can tune into the Goat Milk Diaries. They're on Wednesday nights. They were on last night, put on a show. And so sounds like things are getting pretty lively over there. So you might want to give it a
definitely a
check
show
out.
you're not going to want to miss this coming week.
Yeah.
Yeah, go check them out.
Yeah. I did, Gianni. Wasn't it the Steelers they beat? I think they did. They beat the Steelers. That's right.
Imagine that.
So, yeah. The Goat Milk Diaries. I'm not going to get in the middle of that. That's their thing, but I'm going to enjoy watching this.
Let's just say we will have the popcorn ready.
Yeah, I will definitely have the popcorn ready. They put on a good show, whether there's popcorn or not. It's a pretty good show. You can also check out the Bells and Belts podcast. They're on Tuesdays as well. Lots of good podcasts out there.
Mhm.
So we got 22 minutes left in the show. Let's talk about. Let's kind of expand on what Kevin talked about there. Not tips for enjoying the belt hobby. I was kind of halfway between his show and the debate. I was watching the debate, which was kind of comical.
Why?
Yeah, why? I don't know.
Glad I turned it off.
Yeah, but we can't stress enough the importance of doing your due diligence. Research your buyer if you don't know them, if you've never heard of them before. Get references.
Do your homework.
Yes, and if they ask for anything other than PayPal's goods and services, that's a red flag.
Mhm.
Nope.
Also, if they ask, "Where are you from?" Run away. Run away.
Yep.
Okay. Lang got a text from, a FaceTime call from his lady friend. So he sends his.
That's
He
more
sends
See how you are,
Get 'em,
Lane?
Lane.
See how
Get
you
him,
are?
Lane.
Nah, man, it's
Yeah.
good. It's good. I'm glad he came on, man.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Good
good
to
to
see
see
him.
him. Good to
Be
see
careful.
Lane.
Be careful. Be careful of that FaceTime.
Yeah. Hey, make sure you know.
Yep.
Yeah, make
Yeah.
sure
Hit the
you
right
know what's
button.
going on and who's. Well,
If-
never mind.
If I could piggyback off of that thing, Mark, about the hobby, do your due diligence. Check out some of these amazing groups out there, and reach out to the admins. And if you see a post in their group, somebody selling a belt, the main person to hit up would be the admin or the moderators if they know that person.
Yep.
And
hit-
see
hit
if
up many
they're in
times.
multiple groups. If they're in multiple groups and you see somebody comment about their belts that they sold before, you can always ask them how'd your deal go with them and your experience.
Can I add on to that? I am not the only admin in Championship Belt Brothers.
Yeah, you're not.
I am not the only moderator. There's a moderator. There's 4 admins.
But in all
Along
fairness,
with myself.
you're the most visible.
You're the high chief. You're the high chief.
I get that, but I'm not the only one.
Right.
And some people treat me like I'm the only one,
Yeah.
and then get mad at me because I don't respond to them, or I tell them, "Hey, this other admins, I'm at work, or I've been busy, or I've been doing this, I've been doing that." Come on now, I'm not the only one. There's Rob, there's James, Rashandi, Jermaine Floyd, and Dustin King. We all moderate our admin Championship Belt Brothers. I'm not the only one. Don't be scared to go to the other guys. They're available also. They won't bite. Well, I don't know. Rob might bite you. But everybody else,
You can go to the
You know,
group
right.
and check on the members and see who the admins and moderators
Yes.
are. So
Yes, and
it
and
is a-
I understand my face. I've put myself out there a little bit more than the rest of the guys have, and I understand that. But again, like Mark just said, there's a listing to tell you the member list. There's a part that says admins and moderators. Please use that. You don't all have to come to me. You can go to the other guys too. They will help you.
Mhm.
But again, reference checks, reference checks, reference checks. I don't know how many times I've said that over the last 6 years, 6+ years of being an admin. Use it. Ask around.
Yeah.
Do a Facebook search. Search a name in the Facebook. You'd be surprised what will come up on some people. Some people you think are vetted or they're looked at as trustworthy. Thank you, Jason. Thank you. I appreciate that. But some bad stuff could be uncovered too.
Yeah, some bad
So
stuff can be uncovered.
yeah,
make sure.
it's exposed.
And James, eBay's a hit or miss. eBay's a hit or miss. I sell on eBay from time to time, or I've sold on eBay from time to time. I'm missing something. I'm gonna find out what it is here in a minute. But I just imagine what this is. eBay's hit or miss, so
Just tell the naked truth.
it's hard, right? Oh man, here we go.
Sorry. Yeah.
Clear.
So anyway, yeah, but clear. Run to the light.
Yeah, so make sure.
Andy, you're right over there.
I'll be
Reverend
back with you
Carlos.
here in a minute. I'll be back with you in a minute, Ben. Keep going. You're doing fine.
Richard, that was something. Oh my God.
So you talk about contacting the admins. I've actually had several people contact me, ask me if somebody's legit or not, and a lot of times I don't know these people. And that, I mean, it's not a red flag or anything, but it just means you kind of need to ask around a little bit.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, and that's probably why doing a reference check first, post in the group, say I need a reference check on such and such.
Yeah.
Those you'll get some results a lot of times.
Yeah, Jim asked me for references on makers, so he was
There you
happy
go.
with that.
Yeah. We
Now,
don't know everybody. It must be.
No, sorry.
Ben, it's in the show chat, man.
Yeah. So I'm a little embarrassed.
Oh my God.
And I don't want people to make the
No,
mistake of
yeah.
thinking that I'm an expert on belts or makers or anything like that. I just know who I like to deal with, and I've had good luck with them.
Exactly.
So I can only go based on my experience. So that's why you should ask around. Everybody's going to have either a similar opinion or they're going to have differing opinions. But just that's part of doing research. Just ask several knowledgeable, notable people in the hobby that have worked around makers. I mean, I do leather work. I've ordered a lot of plates from
Mhm.
people. Now I don't deal in elite plates. I mean, there's elite plate collectors out there, but
Oh my god.
sorry guys.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Yeah.
No,
Anyway,
that's fine.
just be sure to be careful not to get jerked around.
Oh.
This choice
Are you
words.
recording?
Yeah.
Are you recording?
Yeah, I'm recording.
Oh my god.
Check your surroundings.
So,
Spider Pig. Spider Pig.
yeah.
Does whatever Spider Pig does.
Come again? Didn't hear you.
That's what she said.
I can't hear you. I have an ear infection.
Okay, we're in the last 15 minutes. We've gone off the rails. Okay, we actually made it to an hour and 45 minutes before you went off the rail.
Andy, do you have anything to add to the best things of the hobby? I mean, like what we're doing, like Ben just did.
We pretty much covered everything. I mean, it's just a matter of
We've uncovered some things too.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you have a question, all in the belt groups, the men's are there for you. Don't be afraid to ask.
Yeah.
It's really simple, and do your homework. Always do your homework. But any questions, that's what we're here for, the group.
We got you
Glad to help.
covered. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Glad to help.
That's right. Yeah, you know what? Never mind. Never mind. I was going somewhere inside.
Yeah. How much time we have? Come on, man. We got 13
left.
minutes.
Yeah, 13 minutes left.
You guys need Buddha or Jesus.
That picture. What in the heck is that, Richard?
Yeah.
You got a Buddha, Richard? Is that a Buddha?
It's a
What
Buddha.
the
Yeah.
heck?
Wow. That looks familiar.
Don't do that to me. I hate it here. I'm gone.
So let me get back on tracks here. Our viewership just went up when we started laughing.
Oh,
We gained 5 viewers since we lost track.
No, we're not talking about you.
Yeah,
No.
we're not talking about
We're
you.
cool.
We're
We're
done with
cool, man.
We're done with you.
Cool.
We're done with you.
We're cool.
oh my goodness.
I do still have this brand new WWE
Yes,
Shop
Scott.
World Heavyweight Championship for $500 shipped. You're saving the shipping and the taxes, so be sure to hit me up. I need to get rid of this thing. And I'm also selling this WWE Shop Crumb Rind or Shop Rind for $450 shipped. Again, you're saving the taxes and the shipping, and that adds up pretty quick. I mean, it's another $100 in some cases.
Sure
so
does.
you hit me up after the show, or they will be listed on the belt sales post tomorrow. So I did have somebody hit me up about the Crumb Rind, but
Beautiful belt, man.
they are
You
both
okay,
beautiful.
Richard?
I would love to keep the Shop Rind. I'll get another one sometime.
They gonna sell all the time.
Monday Night SmackDown, Friday Night Raw.
Oof.
Did you know there was a Wednesday SmackDown?
Oh my god.
It'll come back when it gets cold. Still warm.
Yeah, SmackDown tomorrow night is gonna be good. Don't miss
Okay,
it.
Johnny. Looking forward to that. I need it out of my way. It's taking up room.
I literally got tears coming out of my eyes.
Free belt at SmackDown.
Yeah, free belt SmackDown in Tacoma, Washington. Just did
Yes.
a
Leathered by Mark Leathered, remember.
That's
Get
right.
yours while it's free.
But the discount code is I hate Mark.
Hmm.
But yeah, he's gonna be at SmackDown with a belt that's supposedly related by me. I didn't know he had this, but he's supposed to go give it somebody because I've been dragging his name. But whatever.
Mark, just
You want
keep
free
it
belt?
short, okay?
Huh?
Just keep that short.
Keep that short.
Just keep that short.
I will. I'll keep it 6 foot short. So, what now? You act like you're looking at a peep show or something.
Oh my god, Andy. Every time he laughs, I get the laughs. Oh my god. This is how our chats are.
Yeah. Well, not normally. Not normally.
And then there was last night.
There was last night.
The Hall of Fame night last night. Yes.
Oh, Hall of Shame.
Oh, how you look at it.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
Oh.
I won't get into that.
No, don't.
I
Please
missed
don't.
out. I missed out.
Please don't.
I was
Please.
playing VR
Hey,
golf
hey,
last night.
shh, move on.
Yeah.
Please.
So It's a
Ben
Hall
has
of Fame night.
PTSD. Please go on.
Please don't.
Poor
That's-
Ben.
I need a break.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you,
Thanks,
Mark.
Liberty.
Ben.
Thank you, man. Thank you
Oh,
guys
thank
for
you,
watching.
buddy.
We appreciate you all. Thank you for
Everybody.
the viewers
Each-
and
each
the
and every
new
one of you.
ones, the old ones, the old school ones, and yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
I know.
Yeah, we know.
Thank you.
Yeah, we know
Yeah.
more than we should.
Yeah.
Who's this we?
Ben's getting therapy in the morning.
Right.
oh
9 a.m. Right.
my
Straight
god.
to the optometrist.
He was
Yeah,
he was found.
Thank you guys.
Him was found this morning in the fetal position in the corner.
Yeah. I had my thumb in my
Oh my god.
So we got
He was
SmackDown
talking to
coming.
himself too.
Yeah, he was. So we got Smack. Is it season premiere or was that last week of SmackDown?
No, it's a season premiere.
It's
It's a
Okay.
series premiere on USA.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
And I hope that USA does not do what Fox did. Whenever the crowd was saying bad words, I hate when I mean
Oh,
I
they
hope
muted?
Oh, they used to black the camera out and everything. They muted it. I hate
What was
it.
that technology last night?
Honestly, I love SmackDown. Don't get me wrong, but I hated it on Fox.
Yeah, I did too. It was too It was too much restrictions.
SmackDown was the best when it was on UPN.
UPN.
The good old days.
UPN.
Oh,
Yeah.
then there's a rumor too. I don't know to believe it, but they're saying the Fist is going to come back for the.
I read that too. I read
Yeah,
that
they
too.
said they're going to bring back. Maybe
'Cause
they're
it's
gonna
sitting in
bring
the
back a
warehouse.
whole new thing. And they're bringing
It's,
I
it's,
hope
it's
they-
sitting in the warehouse, so
Well,
why
just
not?
like all those, just like all the belts are sitting in that one metal wooden crate,
Right in their crate, just stacked up, like they don't have any history behind them.
just sitting there, just
We'll
sitting
That's
there.
just throw them in
terrible.
here and let them, get
Yeah.
corroded and
Let them tarnish let 'em
dusty
look
and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget also on September
Yeah.
25th, just a couple weeks from now, or actually not even quite a couple of weeks, is the Netflix documentary on Vince McMahon.
Somebody mentioned that
It's actually
earlier.
Next Wednesday. Next
Should be
Wednesday.
It was
pretty,
Isn't is that good already? Wow.
should be
Yep.
pretty interesting.
Yep, next Wednesday.
Oh, they're cutting Raw down to 2 hours too. By the way,
Right, yeah, Raw's going down to 2 at least
Yeah.
until the end of their contract, and then they're thinking about maybe 3, but they haven't said which way they're going on it. SmackDown's only going to be 2, as far as I know, Mark.
okay,
Oh, actually, no,
Okay.
Mark. That's 2 weeks from today. My bad.
okay, that's what I thought. Okay, because I'm going to Topeka, Kansas in a couple weeks, so to the Evil Knievel Museum. It's going to be there for another
Oh wow!
month. Yeah, well, they're shutting it down in Topeka on November the 2nd, moving down to Las Vegas. So it's
Oh.
more drivable from here. It takes about 8-9 hours to get there
Mhm.
to Topeka, but Las Vegas is a 2-day drive. So I want to see it while it's still there.
When I was a kid, I used to love watching his jumps.
Yeah.
And it was
Every
great.
every time I watched, he made it. The times I
Mhm.
didn't watch, he didn't crash. I felt like it was a good luck charm. I was like 10 years
Yeah.
old.
Biggest disappointment was Snake
Where's
River
that?
Canyon.
Is modeled after. First, what is modeled after?
Do you want to actually bring up a fist right now?
Johnny,
Helen.
what model are you talking about? What's her name?
I think, yeah, it was the Big Show's hand. The Big Show's fist.
Where?
At the,
The SmackDown
SmackDown
fist.
fist,
Oh,
Yeah.
That was
okay,
Big
the-
Show's.
It's computer graphic, isn't it?
I didn't know who he was talking about.
Well, I'm not
No,
going
it was
there.
it was actually a physical
Yeah.
fist.
On the stage years ago, and then
Yeah.
they had the glass in the background, looked like
Yep.
shattered glass, like it was
It was
punching
really neat
through
how
a
they
glass
had it.
window.
It was neat.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
Yeah.
I have that in my figures collection. I have that fist from the stage of the SmackDown.
Yeah, I had that stage years ago. It walked away.
We got just 5 minutes left. I want to touch on this again real quick too. SmackDown is leaving because Fox didn't feel like they could make much money off them. Is that right?
Yeah, Fox didn't want to take him for another so many years.
Because they didn't
But
think they could make any money with them. There's something about buy
I'd love
rights
to
and
see
things like that.
What's the wonderful program they're going to put in place of it? That's
AEW. I mean, hello.
Yeah, you just went backwards.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, they're gonna
Yeah.
make a lot of money off of that.
Buy
Yeah.
high, sell low.
made out
No
of
more
Oh, and
staples to
what
the
is the
head.
new
for
one
you.
what is the new show he's starting? It starts with an S. I
Who?
believe.
Who's starting it?
Tony Khan. He's going to start a new show with the S. It's going to be an hour show.
SHIP?
Shockwave.
Yeah, Shockwave. What's the point of putting on a show for an hour?
I
Well,
don't
he
know.
still runs Rampage for now. Nobody gives a rat's butt about Rampage.
Yeah.
It's garbage, just like all of his stuff. I'm sorry, but it is.
This is what I think of it.
Oh my god.
That's what you do for an hour.
What in the?
He had a bad case of bubble guts, didn't he?
Something like that.
He must have been in the chat last night too.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. We must go now.
Yes. Be sure you
Be
like
sure to
and
like
subscribe.
and subscribe.
Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube, Wide World of Bells channel. Click on the like and subscribe. Hit that button.
Oh,
Be notified when the show goes live. We may lose some viewers over that one.
oh my god.
Be sure you join Leather's Wrestling Belts group and Championship Belt Brothers, Wide World of Belts, Big Boys Belts. What other groups are out there?
We
Wrestling
collect
collectibles and
Wrestling Collectibles Empire.
we collect wrestling.
We collect wrestling. Yes,
Mhm.
many of them.
Bells and belts.
Bells and belts.
Big
That's
boy,
right.
big boys belts.
Big
Yeah.
boys belts.
So
They're all out there.
Wrestling realm.
That's what
Championship
we were saying
culture.
last night, Gianni.
Yeah, shout out to Antonio Mendoza. Shout out to Ryan. What's his name? Ryan.
Ryan
the other
Stokes.
leather guy. Ryan
Ryan
Stokes.
Stokes, Kevin O'Keefe, Ace
Shout out to
Hernandez,
Kevin O'Keefe, Ace
Mark-
Hernandez,
Mark Leather.
Mark Leather.
I hear that Mark Leather guy's pretty good.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
We just had testimonial a while ago.
Yeah.
Shout out
got
to Ashley Southern Designs for all your tumbler needs and t-shirt needs. Hit her
Tumblers
up.
and T-shirts and all sorts of. Ben's got. Oh, I have my cup here and I'm drinking out of it. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Very reasonably priced. They're cheaper than the Stanley Cups and just as good quality, and they're
Ashley
customized.
can make about anything.
She made that shirt that Andy's wearing. Show me
She
that
sure
shirt.
did. Take the damn money.
That's right. So with that, we're going to close the show. We're a couple minutes early, but that's okay. We're going off the rails.
Nah.
Isn't that right, Ben? Ben
Yeah.
says that's right. You're going off the rails.
Oh, there he is. He's so happy.
Turn off the show now.
There's your damn cart. Oh,
Oh man, Dallas Cowboys
John.
won big.
you were celebrating last night, Gianni.
Chris, you'll have to ask her. I don't know. I don't know what her price points are. She gave me my cup. So was it 5? I didn't realize it was 5. Okay, I lost count. All right. So with that, we will see you next week. Hoping to have another guest on. We'll try. Until then, stay safe. Have a good weekend, and hopefully you have a new belt day between now and then. So until then, good night, everybody.